at her face in the mirror, and she say, "Well, my nose somehow doesn't seem to be in the right place, and she's disturbed a bit with her ears." And you remember that? Let's look back at that again. Maybe let's see. Jennifer can read line 10. Line 10 to line about 15. Okay, just to remind us of that.
Every feature is just wrong, nothing's right. The forehead's too high, the eyes are too far apart, the mouth's too wide, and the nose tilts up too much. And these teeth, and look at these teeth, spaced apart like pickets. She was even annoyed that her ears were just the slightest bit pointed at the top. Suddenly she grinned, as she remembered her father saying earlier this day, "You know, Lisa, with your features, you should have been a fawn." She was still amused by the thought when her mother entered the room.
Okay, very good. Sorry, do you want to continue that? If you want the paragraph. Oh, very good. All right. So let me ask you let me ask you a question. If you look in the mirror and you look at your ears, they don't seem to be quite right, or your nose. Every single part of your face seems not to be that attractive to you. Does it mean that you might not, as a whole, be attractive? That the whole face somehow might not be attractive? If some features are not attractive, doesn't mean that the whole face is not attractive. We're dealing here with whole and part. See, we are thinking we have a collection, let's say, that your face is made of many parts, ears and eyes and, I was going to say nose, the nose. So you have the whole, which is a collection, okay? Collection of parts, okay? Whole a collection of parts. And if you look at the parts, and they have a specific feature, can you assume that the whole has the same feature? Okay. I'll give you an example, and then we come back to this. Suppose I say that each piece of this jacket, if I were to examine it under microscope, is small. Okay, because you can really get down to the molecule. Can I say that the jacket is small? No. Although each piece or each part was small, right? So that's what I mean. You look at the parts which make up the collection of the whole may have a certain feature, may have a certain attribute. And then you jump kind of into conclusion and say, well, the whole might have the same. All right, I'll give another example and see if something much funnier. If you say that every teacher in the school goes to bed at night, can we say that the whole school is asleep? Huh? Nothing. Okay, so you got the relationship. All right, now let's go back to the face. Now, face. Can she assume with all certainty that if her features, if the features are not pretty, that somehow the whole appearance might not be pretty? No, we cannot necessarily say so. It might. Okay, so I'd like you to look at a couple of exercises here, small groups of 3. So this last time was 2, now it's going to be 3. Next time it's going to be 4. So these 3 here, 3 here, you have some exercise. Now I'd like to look at questions. The first 3 questions, I will read them so that you can follow with me, which are applications of this whole part reasoning, because it's very important. All right, the 3 questions I'd like you to work on and tell me whether the reasoning is okay or not okay. At first, since the Nile is long, that's a river Nile, is long, it must be composed of long drops of water. So you try to see whether it is a fallacy of this type, okay or not okay. Secondly, is every cloud has a silver lining, so it follows that all clouds have silver linings. This is a little bit more difficult, but that's fine too. And then thirdly, which brings us to Lisa, if Mary has a pretty face, her face must have pretty features. And if you have time, maybe if Mike's face has handsome features, you must have a handsome face. Okay, start with the first three and discuss among yourselves to find out why you think it's okay or not okay. Just do three because I think I have to get back. All right, just do three. Or if you have some time, we do number 4 too, if you have time. Because I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to finish up. Okay? So choose a spokesperson. You can keep those exercises and you can complete them at home. Okay, let's start with the first. Are you ready? All right. Have you finished here the first question, please? Okay. Who's going to be the spokesperson this time? Andrea? Okay. Let's listen to the first question. Can you read the question and tell us whether it's okay or not okay?
Okay. Since an eye was long, it must be composed of long drops of water, and that's not okay.
And why?
Because it could be composed of lots of short drops of water.
Okay.
Lots of small drops.
Very good. Is this a part, whole, or whole-part mistake? In other words, are we reasoning from the parts to the whole or from the whole to the parts?
From the whole to the part.
Okay, and what is the whole here? The nine. Excellent. Very good. Who would like to have number 2? I see. I think she's excited. Okay, Jennifer. 2. Every cloud has it. Okay, could you please read it so that we can?
Every cloud has a silver lining, so it follows that all clouds have silver linings.
Okay.
Well, it's sort of okay and sort of debatable because, like, hard to explain, but,
Okay, tell us why it's debatable. That's very good because things may not be so clean cut one way or the other. That's very good. Tell us why it's debatable.
it says every cloud has a silver lining, but not necessarily because, like, lots of people can make mistakes when they say everything, but it's not necessarily.
Okay, that's why it's not debatable. Do you agree with that? Might not. Now, tell us why it's not okay.
Why it's not debatable.
Okay, who thought it wasn't okay? Wasn't okay. Every cloud is in line, so suppose that all clouds have. So you all, sorry? Who was that? Bill? Sorry, Mr. Bagman. Mr. Bagman. Okay. It's debatable. Okay. Okay. Who thought it was okay? Who had okay? Well, gee, you should have. Okay, I guess I asked it wasn't okay. Okay, tell us, Laura, why you thought it was okay.
Well, because if every cloud has a silver lining, then it's just saying exactly the same thing in the same way all clouds have a silver lining.
Very good. Because when we say everything has, may say all, we can say each. It has the same meaning. Very good. So as long as you give your reason, and sometimes the reason, if it makes sense, if it's a good reason, we accept it. Thirdly, if Mary has a pretty face, her face must have pretty features. Okay, Chris?
We said that was debatable because some people have, like, if they have a really pretty face, they may have, like, really pretty eyes and their nose might be just right, their lips may be right, but on other people their features may not be so great, they may have a pretty face. I think it said, like, your features fit in with your face. Yeah, and if I put my nose on her, it wouldn't look right. But it's her face, right? Because her face is small, so she has big face.
Yeah. Okay, but I guess sometimes the whole face might look nice, although if we really want to be picky on each single detail, it might not look that nice. I've seen some people who might not have very nice eyes or very nice ears if we take them independently, but as a whole they look nice, they look okay, especially when they really bring the whole face to the fore. John?
We didn't think it was okay.
Okay, tell us why.
Just because a person looks pretty, they might appear pretty as a whole. But take, for example, just look at their ear, section it off with everything, and you might get second.
That's right. Okay, that's good. This is so. The point of this exercise is not to jump from to conclusions from the whole to the part or the part to the whole. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, the rest of the exercises you can do them at home. And but before you leave, I'd like you to write down what you think you learned today. What you think you learned today, or the most important thing that happened today. Just take 1 or 2 minutes to do that. Because you really did an excellent job. And this will be entered in your journals too. Or what you like, what you didn't, what you dislike. Okay. Okay. That's 2 minutes. Those who have something already read out and would like to share it, maybe we'll, if you'd like to share it, it'll be okay. We have a minute or two just to give us an impression. Jeff? Yeah, Jess has something to share. Okay.
Well, before we've done productive reasoning and using this in game, I thought it was reconfirmed today by using the method as well in these type of questions. So I think it's a good way to think it. It helps you from being unbiased and prejudiced going into doing the work.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Yes, Chris?
Well, I said I thought that I learned to make sure that I treat most all animals fairly and to be thankful for what I have and not complain about what I don't have.
That's nice too. Bob?
I learned that if I section out my problems into simpler forms, it's easy to figure it out because it gives me more than one point of view.
Yeah, certainly we've had several point of views here, but I think we work together nicely. Yes, John?
I think it's very good for the teachers because it gives the teachers a chance to learn from their students.
We all have to learn from each other. And the last one, before we finish, okay, that's fine. Well, I'd like to thank you very much. It's been really exciting for me.
I think you've proven to us the power of a course of this kind. You've been an inspiration to us. After 3 very arduous days for us here, this was very refreshing. And it's good to see that we've got budding philosophers in the school system. I'd like to thank Ms. Rose for making the arrangements. She worked very quickly and did a lot of telephoning on the spur of the moment to try and make the arrangements. I thank you for using some of your holiday time to come and help us out. So it's been a marvelous experience for us. I'd like to thank you on behalf